Hello, it is Monday and it is our Black Story time. I'm so glad to have you all with me. I haven't seen you in a little bit. It's just been, we had some problems with the video, but now I am back and we're in it and I'm just so happy to be back. So I hope you all are ready for our book. But before that, we still have to continue to talk a little bit more about our Black History individual for the month, which was last month, Frederick McKinley Jones, okay? So here's our picture of Frederick McKinley Jones. And Frederick Jones made more than 60 inventions. However, he is best known for inventing an automatic refrigerator system. Jones was the first person to invent a practical mechanical refrigerator system for trucks and railroad cars, which eliminated the risk of food spoilage during long distance shipping trips. Frederick Jones would issue the patent on July the 12th, 1940. We celebrate Frederick McKinley Jones. All righty. So we have him. We're going to continue to maybe one or two more, and then we'll dive in. But we do know that we have had a lot of well-known facts about Benjamin Banneker, and also her name just slipped my mind, but she's in the back and I'll get that to you, okay? But we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into our book today. And we have a great book, and the book is called Liberties. Liberty's Civil Rights Road Trip. Liberty Civil Rights Road Trip. It is written by Michael W. Waters, and it is our pictures are by Nico Tagal. Liberty's Civil Rights Road Trip. Liberty woke up from a nap on the bus. "Are we there yet, Mommy?" "Not yet," said her mother. "We had a few more hours left." Where is there again?" Liberty asked her mom, chuckling. "The first stop is Jackson, Mississippi." "Is Jackson, Mississippi where we crossed the bridge that you and Daddy told me about?" "Not yet, not until Selma." "I can't wait," she said. "I can't wait," said Liberty. "I love bridges." Liberty turned and saw all the friendly people she met when she boarded the bus together in Dallas, Texas. Miss Rachel, with her long locks, sat next to Mr. Adam, and Miss Alice sat in front of Dr. Glenn and near other new friends. The driver was Mr. Joe. Liberty's mom's dad, brother, and sisters were on the bus, and so was her friend Abdul and his family. Everyone was ready for their civil rights road trip. Liberty was glad Abdul was with her. She always called him her cousin, even though they weren't related. They sat together playing games as hills, lakes, rivers, and trees passed by. A long time later, Abdul asked Mom, "Are we there yet?" "We're here," said his mom. "Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi." The bus stopped at a small house and everyone piled out. Liberty liked the house aqua color, which reminded her of the ocean. Whose house is this? She asked. Miss Rachel said, Medgar Evers lived here long time ago. He was a brave soldier in World War II, and he later worked for black people to help the rights to vote here in Mississippi. My mom and dad take me with them to vote, Liberty explained. Mine too, said Abdul. After everyone had visited the house and heard more about Medgar Evers, the bus left and on for the next stop. As the mile passed, Liberty saw how the land changed from dark brown to nearly red. Are we almost there, Dad? She asked. Yes, Liberty, we're here, said her dad. Welcome to Glendora, Mississippi. The bus stopped at a building Liberty thought looked like a giant metal barn. Her dad told her that this place had been a cotton gin where seeds were removed from cotton after it was picked. Then they were there to remember a boy named Emmett Till, whose death years ago had inspired many others to stand up for the rights of black people. Liberty was surprised that Emmett hadn't been much older than her brother. As everyone heard more about Emmett Till, Liberty and Abdul curled up in their mother's arm. It had been a long day. The next morning, after a good night's rest, the bus rolled on. Soon Mr. Joe announced from the driver's seat, We're here. Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee. As the bus stopped, Liberty saw a building with many matching doors, each with a different number. A large round wreath hung next near number 306. As everyone looked quietly at door 306, Liberty's mom told her that this was the place where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had been killed. Liberty felt sad when she remembered that Dr. King had had children who were just like her, and then she thought about what Dr. King had done to help bring people together. Her dad had told her about Dr. King's dream for a better day when everyone would be treated equally. Liberty liked the sound of Dr. King's deep voice. She heard it on a recording of his I Have a Dream speech, and as everyone looked around, she and Abdul took turns trying to sound like Dr. King. They couldn't help laughing, even though the Lorraine Hotel was a serious place. Liberty imagined that Dr. King had liked to laugh just like her. Dad did with her. Hours later on the bus, Mr. Adam nudged Liberty and Abdul awake. We're here. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama. We're at the 16th Street Baptist Church. As everyone left the bus, Liberty saw many stairs. She could hardly wait to climb across the street from a park full of trees. Can we go play? Asked Abdul. Only after we pay our respects, said his mom. As they walked in, Liberty heard someone say that 4 girls had died at the church when a bomb went off a long time ago. She did not like that at all. Who were those girls? Liberty asked. They were friends who went to Sunday school together, and they sang in the children's choir, said Mr. Adam. I'm sure they like to have fun together, but some people did not like that. Black people worshiped and fought for justice here. No one should be hurt in a church, Abdul said. That's true, Abdul's father has. That's true, Abdul, said his father, and no one should be hurt in a mosque, a temple, a synagogue, or anywhere. Later, as everyone went outside, Abdul shouted, "Come on, Liberty!" They ran across to the park and climbed trees until it was time for the bus to leave. Liberty wondered if the 4 girls had played there together before Sunday school. The next day, the bus rolled on to another city. Miss Alou turned to Liberty. "We're here," she said. "Welcome to Montgomery, Alabama." "Whose house is this?" Liberty asked, as everyone got off the bus in front of a small house with a large front porch. When Dr. King was the pastor at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, this was his family house, said Miss Alla. They had some happy times here, but the porch still has a hole in it left by a bomb. Thankfully, everyone was okay. Even in danger, Dr. King and his wife, Carletta, didn't let anything stop them from helping others. Liberty and Abdul knelt on the porch and put their hand into the hole. How had Dr. King and his family been so brave? Liberty wondered. The next day was the one Liberty had been waiting for. The bus rolled on, and finally she shouted, "I see it! There's the bridge. Yes, we're here," said Liberty's dad. "Welcome to Selma, Alabama." The bus stopped near one end of the bridge. As everyone got off, Liberty said, "Tell me again, why this bridge is important, Dad. Her dad smiled. At a long time ago, brave men, women, and children crossed this bridge as they marched from Salmon to Montgomery. They wanted to send a message that the law of Alabama should be the same as those across America, which said that every citizen could vote. Some marchers were hurt by police officers who thought black people shouldn't vote. But that didn't stop them. A few weeks later, they marched on. They marched into Montgomery, 50 miles away. Black people can now vote in every state. This bridge is a symbol of everything people have faced to be seen as true Americans. It reminds us to be courageous as we work together to make our country better for all. Then he called out, "Let's march, everyone." Liberty and Abdul grabbed the nearest hand as everyone began to cross together, just like the first marchers. As they walked, Liberty thought about all the places she had seen and the brave people she had heard about. And then she turned and looked behind her, just as she did on the first day on the bus. So many people, all different, traveling together. Liberty's dad looked around and said, "This is what America looked like." Liberty wasn't quite sure what that meant, but she liked how it sounded. Liberty smiled at her dad and said, "Maybe this is what love looks like too." When the road trip had started, she had known only a few people on the bus. Now they were all part of her family. She didn't know where they would travel next, but she knew that wherever they went together, love would take them there. That's the end of the book. How was that? Liberty's Civil Rights Road Trip. Wonderful book. Maybe that's a road trip you would want to take with your children, or you want to take with a group of people. Really nice book. Maybe you can add this to start your African American library. All righty. So that concludes today. I hope that you'll be with us on next Monday, 5 o'clock. See you then. Take care. Bye-bye.